Hello, friends, and welcome to day two of creating your Soundtrap composition project. So, if you are all set with what you did in our day one, which was making our chord progression, you like what you made, maybe you kept one of the same chord progressions that I made originally for you guys, like track one or track two, or you decide to keep both. Great, you have your chord progression. Now what happens? Now we're going to take another track, we're going to add new track, and this is going to add any recorded instrument we like. So if we want to add a new track, for instance, and let's say I am going to be really cool and I'm going to add piano, but I think I'm gonna like go over here and see what kind of thing do I want. Maybe I want something really, really cool. Ooh, this would be cool. I'm gonna use actually pitch percussion because that might be interesting. I'm going to use a glockenspiel. And if you remember, glockenspiels were the high-pitched instrument. They're kind of like little xylophones and stuff, but they're really high-pitched and they're metal. You remember those? So I'm gonna use the glockenspiel as my instrument of choice. I'm going to take my glockenspiel, and what I'm going to do, my goal right now is I am trying to add a recorded melody to my chord progression. Now, when I add a melody on here, I want to keep it as simple as possible. I say keep it to 5 notes. Pick 5 notes on here that you really like. And so I'm going to focus on this note C because that would be fun. C. I'm going to focus on E, and then I'm going to do C, E, and F if you remember my if you remember my keyboard stuff. So if I look at these things, you see this little kind of symbol right here. You see the Q, W, E, R, T, Y, U, all that stuff. Those are the keyboard keys, like as in your laptop keys. So as I look on my laptop, I'm going to find where the comma is because that's going to be my C. Because that's actually going to be an easy thing. If I just keep my finger on that comma, I can keep on clicking that one and add it here. And the other note I really liked was the Q. And I also liked W. And maybe I'll pick E. I'm going to keep mine to 5 notes, these notes. I'm only just going to keep it to that because I want to keep this as simple as possible. And I may not even use all of those 4 keys, but I do not recommend going like, I don't recommend that. No, it's going to be complicated. I also didn't mean to have it play at that moment, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that I keep it simple. So I'm going to keep my fingers on these keys, the comma key, the Q key, the W key, and the E key for myself. You get to pick any keys you want. Just keep it to like 5 or less, please. 5 or less. Even if you picked 3, that'd be great. What I'm going to do to record a voice, to record a melody with this chord progression I made, I'm going to hit the record button, and then I'm going to it'll have a little countdown up here. It'll say 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you'll have to start playing. You get to make up whatever melody might sound good to you. So I'm going to give that a shot and show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to click this record button. It's going to give me that countdown. Play for a second. Okay, so I just recorded something. Don't know how much I like of that, but I'll check out some of that and see how it sounds because I was just playing around a little bit on this. So if you see my little glockenspiel part, all those little lines right here, boom, those are the notes I just recorded with this. So let's take a listen to what I did. So it was really nice. It was kind of pretty. It was kind of nice. I liked it a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is maybe I didn't like, I don't know, maybe I didn't like a certain part of it. For me, I only liked about like a little, about part of this. So what I'm first going to do to make it a little bit cleaner, go to edit, go to quantize. Quantize is going to help you line up all those notes on those beats. So I'm going to do to 1/8 because that's going to help line up my notes a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a listen. I'm gonna take some of this that I liked. I liked a little bit of this. I liked the beginning that I had. So what I can do is if I click in a certain spot, I can split my melody. I'm just gonna right click right here, and then I'm gonna split region, and then I can pick another point that I liked. I'm gonna take it over here. I'm going to split it up. And if I didn't like this middle section, what can I do? I can just click it and backspace and it's gone. So if I hear it from the top, so let's pretend I didn't like what I made at all. So you saw how I edited it a second ago, but what if I wanted to re-record over this? What can I do? I'm just gonna click and drag and then backspace, and then I can go to back to re-record it. So I'm gonna go to show instrument, and now if I hit that red button again, I'm gonna move this back to the beginning. If I move this back to the beginning and I hit the record button, I get a second shot at trying to record this thing. So let me try a different way of playing this. And I'm also going to make my thing a little bit louder because I realize my glockenspiel is pretty soft. I want to make it a little bit louder. Okay, here we go. Let's take a listen to see what I can do this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I kind of liked some of the stuff I did there. I kind of liked it, a little bit of it. What I can do is I can keep on recording it and recording it until I get what I like. Try recording only a little tiny piece if you want. If you only want to try to record one measure at a time, you can do it. So if I wanted to only record like this much of my music, I can do that, and then I can paste them all together. The other thing that is super useful when you're making your melody is you can edit the notes. So if I go to edit, I can go to edit notes, and then I can figure out, and if you remember, we learned about all the notes on the keyboards and stuff. So I can take these notes and decide to move them around or make them longer, for instance. Like I didn't like how this note wasn't quite on the beat, so I can make it go to the beat and I can click and drag around these notes. So hope this helps. Your goal today is to work on making the melody with your really cool chord progression. So have fun and be creative and be musical, friends.